Let's talk about the difference between AC and DC circuit and how AC and DC works on their application and in our real life situation. So we have two forms of electricity, which is AC and DC. Next is AC, or alternating current, is the type of electrical current that reverses direction. Our energy comes from the power company that they distribute in our homes. To explain further, since the current is proportional, the voltage cycles between positive and negative. Is DC, or direct current, an electrical current that flows consistently in one direction. And to put it simply, you are using a running batteries on appliances or devices such as flashlights, remote, and clocks. This current can be seen constantly on positive or negative. And how AC and DC works. So the first one is DC, or direct current. So I'll give you an example on a DC motor that you will commonly see at a toy car. So I put 1.5 volts into the circuit and the current begins to flow in a single direction, turning the motor. If we draw a graph, on the right side where the vertical axis is voltage and the horizontal axis is time, we can see that the voltage at this point stays constant. Since this is battery, it will eventually going to run out. And as time passes, the voltage will slowly drop. So we know that the voltage change over time, but the polarity will stay the same. Next is AC circuit. In this case, we are going to use a light bulb. You will notice that the electron, it flows back and forth. Let's use the graph, and where the vertical axis is voltage and the horizontal axis is time. As you can see on the graph on the first photo, you will notice how the current is flowing in one direction. And as voltage increases, the light bulb will slowly gets brighter. And once it reaches its peak, the current flow stays the same, but the voltage begins to drop and the light bulb gets dimmer. Once we reach 0 volts, the voltage polarity changes, causing the current to flow in the opposite direction. And when the voltage closer to its peak, the bulb gets brighter and it dims back down. And it's called cycle, which means the cycle repeats its frequency. Frequency measures using the unit of hertz, which means cycle per second. And you will not notice that the bulbs are actually flashing over 60 times per second, and our eyes sees that the bulbs are constantly light.